Guys, what's even happening this week? We've got heaps of injuries, we've got suspensions, we've got people requesting to leave their team, and we don't even know what's going to happen. Payne Haas, let's speak about him. So, we've heard he wants an immediate release. There was some contract breakdowns, plenty happening. So, that's the news we've got out of their camp. They've refused his immediate release. Not sure what that means. He plays tomorrow night, which is obviously slightly helpful, but my thing with this whole thing is you might just have to trade him out next week if there happens to be an issue, because I know a lot of us have a few spot fires to put out this week, and Haas is really not high on the chain of command in terms of us needing to move him on. So that's my thoughts on Payne. I think we just have to leave him and hope that he plays this week and make a decision on him next week or whatever happens. Like, I wouldn't be looking to captain him or anything like that, but yeah, let's just hope that he actually gets a game on Friday night, and yeah, we're just going to have to work it out from there. But in terms of this video, we're here for the trades for the week. And the three teams, we're going to start with the People squad, onto the head-to-head, and then my weak little squad at the end. But People squad, we've made the two trades this week. So we end up going with Harry Grant to be out. So the talk here was, we wanted someone like Tohu Harris or a Matty Burton, for example, and trade outs were going to be Tuolangi and also also Blake Taaffe, for example. Just didn't have enough funds to be able to do that. So decided with the extra trades that we had of having 19, a little bit more than a lot of other squads, that Harry was the one to go. He's going to miss too many games over the next period, and we will be able to get him back at some point, or at least get Damien Cook by the end of the Origin period. So that was the decision, to get rid of Harry and also Tuolangi and bring in Harris and Kiraz there. So we've been playing Kohler there at the wing fullback position. So now we can slot him in the emergencies and literally use him as an emergency and play Kiraz, which benefits us because we've been lacking in that wing fullback spot for a little while now. And the decision was either Burton or Tohu Harris. So once this video drops, let me know what you think looks better. Obviously, we would have some half cover with Burton and also centre cover there, which we can move Taylor May down to the wing fullbacks if we went for Burton this week. And that's definitely an option. The votes had Tohu about 7 votes ahead, which was fairly close, but let me know what you guys think in the Discord and also in the comments there as to if you think we should grab Burton or Tohu Harris. So that's the theory this week. We're going to have to play Ilias and then use Gola and Taaffe as some looping. So we got Peoples in there to potentially loop if we want to. We can chuck him in the starting side and we can use any one of those mids or edges. And then we've got Aiken as well. We could plug into the centers. We can do a bit of a double loop, but I'll sort that out after this video. Just wanted to get this out as soon as possible. So that's the People squad. Really happy with how the overall team is looking. Obviously, trading out Harry, we now don't have any hooker covered this week. So we really just need to get through this week, and then round 13 will be fine because we only have a certain amount of players anyway, and then we'll have to fix that hooking cover from round 14 onwards. So that's the People squad at the moment. Let me know what your thoughts are around that, and we're obviously going to do the loop, and we'll work that out from there. But the team looks solid. We just have to wait what's going to happen with Payne Haas. We've got the cover, and we can play Kohler or Taaffe, for example, if he is out. So that is that. For this stage, 406k in the bank is 17 trades after this week. So we had to launch into round 13 and really dominate and get in the top 100. I think we'll definitely sneak in there with a good amount of players currently. Looking like I'm going to be playing in round 13 with Butcher, Harris, Elliott, Kohler there for 4. And then we've got the starting side of Starling 5, King 6. And then Aiken, Jackson 7, 8. We've got May and Tungo for 10. Kiraz for 11. So looking solid at the moment. We'll get up to about a 12 or a 13 heading into next week, and hopefully get rid of one of these cheapies for a gun would be ideal. That's for sure. All right, we move to the head-to-head squad, obviously ranked 31. I just got told in the Discord that I potentially have the opportunity to win $1,000 for having the best score of the month, total score. So yeah, that's a potentially cool thing to do. So I'm loading up on the trades this week and trying to win that one. So I had 20 at the start. I'm trading in Tohu Harris as well, and also Kiraz. So the thought there was, do we trade Tohu in? Do we trade Jackson in? That was my theory as to which one, and I decided to go with Tohu. I think he overall has a little bit more upside than what Josh does. When Tohu plays some really big minutes and through the middle as well, he can get really big scores. The only worry is that how he's come back from the ACL. But he's had 2 games now. Looks like he'll get the 80 minutes this week. Obviously a slightly higher break even, but he's not going to really lose too much. He'll be at a minimum a 700k player. At worst, like a 50 average will be worse for him. Worst case scenario there. And thinking about looping Walters is my current plan. Ilias I could do as well, but Walters I think will be fine as a loop there. Just the minutes for him is the issue. He's been scoring well, but that's that there. Ilias has come up against an okay team in the Tigers, and Walters has Titans. So both okay teams to come up against. But this week we're looking for big scores out of obviously Cook, Hastings, Hunt, and Burton would be the 4 that we really need to step up for me to dominate this week and get into the top 30, top 25, 20, and beyond. So, but yeah, the 18 trades after this week and 97k in the bank puts us in good stead for round 13. In terms of the players that we've got ready to go for next week, there's going to be 5 on the bench there. And then we've got, we'll count them for starters and then give a little estimate as to the potential players. So 5 there, 6, 7, 8 with Butcher, and then we've got 9 Tungo, 10 Burton, 11 in May. So potentially 10 if we take away Cotter, if he makes Origin, for example. And then a few things to do. So we got guys playing Origin: Cook, Haas, Tedesco, Hines, Ben Hunt. There's a lot of guys that are going to be playing Origin. So it'll be interesting to see if I decide to trade one of them out next week and try and really dominate round 13 and use those trades that we've got available. That's the theory. Okay, and then I decided to go for Tohu Harris again in this squad here. Again, I was thinking about Josh Jackson, but I just think overall I need someone that has a little bit more upside for me to do pretty well, and I've gone for Tohu there. And 16 trades remaining now. Also brought in Karaz, so really not a I'm going with my picks, that's for sure, this week. Savage could be a potential option next week, guys, for anyone that's interested in him. I think he's great as well now. If you wanted to fix up some of your emergencies and go Karaz and Savage, then that would be sweet. But yeah, next week would be fine. He hasn't got a super low break even like Karaz does, and that's why he's more of a priority this week, and Savage potentially next week there. And we'll just loop Ilias, I think, in this one, or Walters, either way. Again, doesn't really matter too much. I think they both score fairly similarly. I'd say, Ilias probably has a little bit more upside, but he hasn't really had a big score. Walters has, for example, a few decent ones. But in terms of the squad, McInnes I'm really happy to have, and Cotter, now Harris, Butcher, a lot of real solid players that I'm really liking. Penasini's playing great at the moment. Crichton is the main worry about Origin, if we're being honest with that. In terms of our players for heading into next week, we've got 5 on the interchange as well. Let's go with Cotter 6, King 7, Toho and Butcher 8 and 9, and then we've got Aiken 10, and May and Crichton to be 12. So again, potentially 10 to 12 players currently. If we can get somewhere around the 13 mark for next week, I think this team will be fine. And then try to utilize a bunch of trades through 14 to 17 and get some guns in, and also look to dominate as much as we can 17 as well. But that's the squads in the moment. Let me know what your thoughts are around the Payne Haas situation. We just don't know enough at this point. It's all come out just now, and of course it comes out on Thursday and not like Tuesday when we get a little bit more time to work out what's going on. But again, let me know what you think. Subscribe, like this video. I really appreciate that, guys, and good luck this week heading into round 12, almost up to the halfway point for the season. See you, team.